You're a sunflower. You're a sunflower.
Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video on what I do whenever I'm like in a rut, I guess. And so these are just some fun ideas to do if you have some time and you're just like not really in the mood to work. These are just some fun things. So I took some scrap papers and I took some knitting or crocheting yarn, and it comes with like a needle that I got off of Amazon. And I cut some holes to make this into a book for me. So this is going to be like a scrapbook. I've seen a lot of like scrap journaling, and I just thought this was a really cool idea and a great way to use some papers that you don't need. So a lot of these are labels that didn't print correctly or medical things that I have or just like random stuff that I just didn't throw out. And I like to burn a lot of our paper products like this, but I was like, is that the best for the environment? I'm really not sure. So I thought, what a better way than to just put these together, cut them up, and make a little booklet out of it. And then I can basically put like post-its on this, doodle on it. I can scrapbook on it, and the pages already have substance to them because they're all used pages that I no longer need. So the hardest part was obviously doing this. And then I also have a photo album that the inserts kind of fell out, like I needed to glue it back in. So instead of gluing it back in, I'm going to use those inserts for a different project, and I'll show you guys that in the future. And I'm going to glue this book into the hard cover of the photo album. I didn't do it in this video because I didn't get around to it yet, but just wanted to give you guys some ideas of just some fun stuff to do if you feel like it. If you're in a rut, really, but we have more ideas coming in this video. Tried to take the easy way out on this one and staple the pages together, but that was absurd because the staples did not make it through. So they actually wound up just being a nuisance to me. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm taking them out. But I'm happy to report that sewing this together or crocheting this together, however you want to say it, worked out really, really well. I just poked 2 holes on the sides of the pages. I couldn't do it all together because obviously it's too thick. And I was thinking like, why is this so hard? It's paper. And then I was like, paper comes from trees, girl. Get it together. Nothing stronger than that. And so I just had like a moment. I had a moment of realization. I know it's like so funny, but when you put paper together, it's thick, and so it is difficult. So don't try to staple it. And this was probably the easiest way to do it, was just to crochet it into 2 holes in the back that I made with scissors. You get the general idea. Next is this kit that I got from literally Five Below, so it was like $5, and it's an air dry kit that you can make little jewelry dishes out of, and you could also stamp it, which I thought was really cool. So the first thing I did was I cut the little stamps that come together. They all come like together on a plastic, and you do have to be a little precise with this, but I just went along and I cut everything. And then when I was done doing that, I organized all the letters that I knew I needed for the projects that I wanted to do, and then was the fun part. I got to actually take out the clay and have some fun with this. Air dry clay is pretty tough to work with, at least this one was, and so adding a little bit of water at a time on my fingertips really helped. So I had like a little monkey dish on the side or like a little bowl on the side, and I would just dip my fingers in whenever I needed it. And of course I wanted to get the most bang for my buck, so I had to get all that clay out. But I decided to go ahead and make a ring dish for my niece, and I also made 2 ornaments for our pups, and we basically put their paw prints in it and then imprinted, or embossed, or however you say it, embedded. What is the word I'm looking for? Well, whatever. We stamped in their name so we knew whose paw was whose, and then we let it sit. It says to let it sit for 24 hours before you paint it, but I went in 24 hours later and I actually broke the dish I made for my niece. But don't fret, not to worry. I have a ton more of clay from other Five Below purchases I've made, and so I'm just going to make her another one and emboss it the same way. But yeah, this was just like a really fun little project. We haven't painted it yet. We are letting it air dry, but we really enjoy doing this. Speaking of my niece, this ribbon, this pink ribbon, was actually a part of the centerpiece for her Sweet 16, and you know I took one home because whenever they're available to take home, I always take one. And so I decided to make one of those, like, trendy, cute hair bows out of it. I just thought that would be, like, a really fun idea, and so I turned it into a bow, and then I sewed it, and then I just took this clip that I had from, like, my professional hairstyling days. It's just like a Mac Daddy clip, and I put it in, and you're gonna see exactly what I do, and you just wanna make sure that when you sew it together, you sew it opened, you sew it with the clip open so that it works in the hair, but you'll see, I actually have a better view of this coming pretty soon in the video so you could see exactly what I'm doing, but I wanted to make sure that the bow stayed together and the integrity of the bow stayed together, and also that this clip can get in there, and like I said, I wanna sew it so that the clip is open, so this was a little hard to record here, but I promise in a second, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm doing. How adorable did that come out? But wait, there's more. This is another kit that I got from Five Below. It is the beads that you see. And the problem with these beads is that I was very limited on the letters that they gave me. Like there was no letter P. Very weird. So if you need to spell a word with the letter P, don't get this kit. So the best I can do was spell out my niece's favorite artist name, and that's Melanie Martinez. And then I made myself an ankle bracelet. This bracelet that I made my niece is completely adjustable behind that ribbon that you see. So that ribbon is also from her Sweet 16. I know, but it's completely adjustable behind there so she can make it to her size. And then I also made myself the anklet that had my dog's names and my husband's names. Okay, and then no, this is not the last. We have one more after this. So this was a box of wax seals, and all my wax stuff came in here, and I just emptied out the box, and I was like, I want to do something fun with this box because it's a really beautiful box and I think I can do something fun. So I took out some air dry clay. I feel like this part was probably unnecessary, so we're going to skip through quite a bit of this because I just put some air dry clay in the bottom. Some parts it would have made sense, but I'm not really sure if I needed to do this step, so that's optional. Not that I think that you have this exact box and you're going to do the same exact thing, but just in case, let's speed through this. So as the air dry clay is drying, I'm going to go with my hot glue gun and I'm going to fix the integrity of the box because obviously the bottom was falling off. I'm going to hot glue this little piece in, and then I love to collect leaves from our backyard, and I press them and I never know what to do with them. So I thought, well, I could decorate the box with them because that would be so pretty. So that's what I decided to do. I took out my hot glue gun and I decided to decorate the box with some leaves that I got from our backyard, which I just thought was so beautiful. And then I'll show you an overview so you can see exactly how this box turned out. But this is my little fairy box, and I'm going to show you later on what exactly is inside this box because it's just so precious and I love it so much. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Also, why are my husband's feet always in my videos? Like, I think I got to start charging for that. Put those on Feet Finder or something because they're always in my videos. Once I was done decorating the box, I obviously used my stamps, and that is the intro to quite a few of my videos where you see it says Sunflower, because that's my fairy name given to me by my husband, and just thought it was really cute to stamp it on my little fairy box. This is the inside of the box while it was drying, and so I have my little rock crystals in there, and then I also have a little thing of what each thing is, and then this is after it's dried. I just wanted to show you what's actually in here, what I did it for. So my grandfather and my grandma were like avid flyers. They loved flying, and they always flew Delta, and you got a deck of cards. My grandpa always took the cards, so I had a bunch of Delta cards I didn't know what to do with. Me and my husband are card players, so we have our own assortment of cards. So I just had all these Delta cards, and I decided to just create on them and then have them stored in here. So the first batch is a bunch of holidays to celebrate, the days that they are, and what to do to prepare for those holidays. And then these are just whenever I'm feeling like, what am I going to do today? I don't really feel motivated. I just shuffle these cards and I pull one out, and whatever it says is what I do. And sometimes I'm just a little absent-minded, so it's like, oh, you know what? Let me go water the plants because I haven't done that in a while. If that's the card that I pull, obviously I water the plants regularly, but in case I'm just like, what should I do today? And then this side is just a bunch of quotes, inspirational quotes that I just thought were so nice, and they make me feel so good. So again, whenever I'm feeling down, I just shuffle this side of the deck and I pull out a card, and whatever that card is, that's the card for the day. And I absolutely love this. This has been like one of the best things for whenever I'm in like a slump or just like not feeling 100%. It's one of my favorite things, is just to pull out a card or pull out something to do. Like I said, I have ADHD, so sometimes I'm a little absent-minded on what I should be doing. And so I love the cards. And then lastly, sewing, altering my clothes, upcycling my clothes is a huge one for whenever I'm just like kind of in a funk. And this one was my little fairy outfit. It was a romper that didn't fit me, so I cut the crotch out because it didn't go over my bootay, and now it does. And I got to just make it into this cute little fairy thing, and I actually bought this secondhand on Poshmark, and so that's why I didn't know if it fit me or not. And I love supporting small biz on Poshmark, and I love buying secondhand, and like I said, I love upcycling, I love sewing. It's all very therapeutic to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video of fun little fairy crafts that I do whenever I'm just not 100%, whenever I just don't really know what I should be doing or just feel unmotivated and stuck, and it always helps me. This is totally my YouTube year of upcycling and recycling and crafting and just getting creative. So if you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you.